Hi. So, you know how betting on horses is a skill that you were not provided nearly enough information on as a kid? I was down at my local horse betting facility the other day, as every US citizen is legally obligated to do at least once a week, and I was just thinking to myself, man, I have no idea where to even begin placing bets on horses. In fact, the only frame of reference I have for any form of horse betting is this scene from the critically acclaimed art film Shark Tale. Not that scene. That scene is for other purposes. Porpoises? No, I meant this scene.
It's Lucky Day! What happened? Lucky Day is down!
But why are we talking about betting on horse races, you may ask, aside from moral necessity, of course? Well, for my 18th birthday a few years ago, I received a little half-joke, half-serious gift. At least that's how I took it. And that gift was this book, which is called Gender Roles, the Book. No, sorry, that's Stuff Every Man Should Know by Brett Cohen. And it's basically a collection of these short tutorials for things that a man should know to make him seem more respectable and competent in society's eyes. And most of the stuff in here is pretty normal and useful. You have stuff like how to sew a button, how to negotiate a raise, how to change a flat tire, stuff like that. But now let's take a look at the back of the book. The place where you're supposed to put your little synopsis of the contents of your book so that people know that this is the book that they need to buy. This pocket-sized companion features everything a man should know, but probably doesn't, and it lists a bunch of stuff, including how to bet on horses. So not only is betting on horses a thing that you can learn in this book, it is one of the primary selling points of the book, and thusly, one of the most important things that a man can learn how to do. So as someone who is a complete layman on this subject, this book should tell me everything that I need to know from start to finish about my new favorite hobby, gambling on the athletic prowess of animals. Let's take a look. You could walk up to the window and put your hard-earned cash on a horse named Hard-Earned Cash, but if you want to win real money, follow these simple tips. So right off the bat, I'm noticing a little issue here. Where the fuck do you go to bet on horses? This page seems to be already under the assumption that I'm in a place where betting on horses is a thing that one can do, but where are these places at? And perhaps more importantly, who are the people still betting on horses in the year of our Lord 2009? I thought this was a thing that, mafia bosses did 50 years ago. Why is it in this book? And why does every man need to know this? Did I miss the horse betting part at all the man meetings? Can somebody send me the minutes? Anyway, it mentions that I need to go up to the window. I have a window here. So step 1 is to pick the right horses. Well, gosh, golly gee, I never would have thought of that. Who'd have thought? To be good at horse betting, you just have to pick the horse that's gonna win. The race card will indicate the last time the horse raced. To ensure the horse is in racing shape, choose one that has raced within the past month. Okay, so then it does go on to actually give you some strategies that you can use to pick which horses are gonna win. And I mean, some of them are pretty obvious, if there are less horses, the one that you pick will have a higher chance of winning. But some are pretty helpful. If the horse has a C next to its name, that means that it has raced and won on this track before, and if it has a D next to its name, that means that it has won at this distance before. Select the dollar amount you'd like to bet. Typically, the minimum you can bet on a horse is $2. And then it goes on to explain how bet payouts work and a couple of the different types of bets you can do. Notably, it gives no information on actual betting strategies, so I'll correctly assume that every outcome is equally likely. Now let's go watch some racing.
Bad as they run down towards the second last. Captain Canistock's all over the place. Oh, you had seen David Maxwell. He was running about on the run to the...
Woohoo! I can't believe I actually won. What a safe and fun hobby that I'll continue to partake in to an excessive degree whenever possible. Let's see what other fun and safe hobbies I can learn from this book. Ooh! Tips for selecting a good cigar. We know you know this, but it bears repeating. These things'll kill ya, so don't shorten your lifespan by smoking crappy cigars. Get yourself a good one. I can honestly say I've never heard the take, if you're going to end your life, make sure the instrument of your demise is really good and cool before, but I can respect it. If I'm being honest, I don't really have that much to say about what's actually on the page here. It's pretty bland. It just lists out 5 things you need to consider when selecting a cigar and gives some very basic insight into what you should pick. Like, apparently you should try to get tobacco from the Caribbean. So I think I'm going to take a minute here instead to just talk about the book itself. Like, is this a harmful portrayal of masculinity for young men who are getting this potentially as a gift for their 18th birthday, we'll say? Is this book teaching them that there is only one proper way to be a man or something like that? And I think the only conclusion I can really come to is kinda. I think the worst thing it does is push this aesthetic of, like, performative masculinity. It's not saying that cigars are going to enrich your life or anything. It's just saying that
Cigars are things that big, beefy men use, so we should get you started on some, young man.
it's not all bad, but it's definitely no progressive's guide to masculinity. But in general, I think it does an okay job at kind of steering men away from sort of toxic traits that a lot of men can fall victim to. For example, let's take a look at our next page, How to Throw a Punch. I do have to give this book a little bit of credit because the first thing it says on this page is it's stupid to go looking for a fight, but when a fight comes looking for you, it's smart to be prepared. And I can't really fault it for that message. But as someone who has never been in anything even vaguely approximating a fight, I think it's time to take this one into the field for a full tutorial.
Hey there, little Timmy. Are you ready to learn how to properly bludgeon your enemies?
Well, golly, mister. I ain't never had to bludgeon my enemies before. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Well, that's why I'm here, little Timmy. Just follow my instructions exactly, and you'll have nothing to worry about. Here, we'll practice on this pillow conveniently bungee corded to this tree. Step 1. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart and your knees slightly bent. Step 2. Make a fist with both hands and bring the fist down to waist level. Your fingers should be facing up with your thumb across them. Your elbows should point straight behind you. Step 3. Aim for the abdomen or ribcage. Step 4. Bring your dominant hand forward, rotating your fist past upright into a 45-degree position. Lead with your knuckles and extend your arm fully outward. Step 5. Drive your non-dominant elbow backward for extra power. Step 6. Retract your arm before your elbow is fully extended and locked. Good. Now try it all together.
Wait, no. That was wrong. I wasn't supposed to extend my elbow. Wait, try it again. I did it.
How to shotgun a beer. If you're going to attend a bachelor party or any accredited 4-year college or university in North America, you may be challenged to shotgun a beer. Well, as someone who did attend an accredited 4-year college or university in North America and attended a grand total of 0 parties, I've never had to shotgun a beer before. Also, I don't drink. So instead, we're going to do this with
Root beer. The beer for lame virgins, just like me. Yeah, I don't really have a good place to do this. It recommends in the book that you do it outside, actually, but there is already a massive puddle of water on the floor that you can't see over there, so it'll just blend right in if I spill all of it. I've genuinely never done this before, and I have no idea what I'm doing, so I actually have to, like, read this before. I'm supposed to hold the beer can at a 45-degree angle so the top is nearly facing the ground, so that way. And then I'm supposed to poke a hole in the bottom, so like here, with either a pen or a knife, and I brought both. And I'm going to start with a pen, because that seems way safer. And so then once I do that, I gotta poke my mouth on the hole. Then I turn it upright, so I go like, ooh. I probably shouldn't be like shaking this around so much. Then I open the top, after I get like what I can suck out. And it says a 12-ounce can will empty itself in approximately 15 seconds. This is Barq's root beer, the hardest kind of root beer to swallow quickly. So this could go very badly, but we're just gonna see. Okay. Root beer, pen. How hard is this gonna be to puncture? Can I just like press it until it goes? Holy shit! Oh, but I gotta open it. Ah! No. It's so carbonated. Okay. Well, that's it.
Wow, Wow, that went either well or poorly. I don't know. I haven't filmed it yet. So those were some of the more physical skills this book wants you to know, but now we're going to move more into the social side of things. The social situations that every man should be able to navigate. And we're going to start with the most important one. 12 famous Playboy playmates. I'm pretty sure my parents bought me this book. And yeah, it basically just goes through 12 famous Playboy playmates and gives you some interesting factoids about all of them. I don't really have much to say once again, but it does leave me wondering, why is this here? I can't believe I didn't write this in my script, but who reads Playboy? This is 2009. I can't fault it for that. And the only thing I can think of is that it's supposed to make you seem informed when you have those, like, semi-professional after-work get-togethers. You know, when you go get a beer with one of those sleazy coworkers you barely know, and he starts saying very uncomfortable things like, "Did you see that new broad at work? Them some massive knockers on her, eh?" And you're just supposed to be like, "Yes, that reminds me of the famous Playboy playmate Jane Mansfield, most known for her tragic death in a car crash in 1967, which led to the invention of the Mansfield guard that has become standard equipment for all tractor trailers to prevent any similar accidents in the future. Broads be crazy, am I right?" It's just a very boys club type of attitude that feels very archaic and just makes me feel icky. Speaking of feeling icky, 5 pickup lines in 5 different languages, immediately followed by how to pick up a woman. Now, this book was written in 2009, and I feel like pickup artistry hadn't really garnered the sort of incel reputation that it has now, and really these aren't bad. But the advice presented here is just really basic and superficial. The 5 pickup lines are: what do people do for fun around here? Do you come here often? May I have the pleasure of this dance? Can I buy you a drink? And you have beautiful eyes. And the 5 languages here are English, which seems like a cop-out because the book is written in English, then French, Spanish, German, and Italian. So thankfully no kiss or punch challenges have made the roster of this book's pickup lines.
Kiss or punch?
The other interesting thing about this is that there's no pronunciation guide for the other languages, so I can just see a guy reading this book and then going up to a French woman and saying, "Quest si quan fait pour seclater I see." And how to pick up a woman basically just says, stay confident, ask her about herself, introduce yourself, which seems interesting that they put that at step 3. Maintain eye contact, don't get uptight, ask for her number, and don't be afraid to call her. It's hard to believe we went from this to Andrew Tate in 15 years.
Anti-woman.
I love women. In fact, interesting statistic, 100% of the people I've ever had sex with were women.
Gender is fake. What's next? How to give a great massage. Step 1. Set the mood. Eliminate all outside distractions such as pets and children. Dim the lights. Draw the curtains, set the room to a comfortable temperature, play calm, relaxing music. Step 2, have your partner disrobe as much as she... She? What, so I can't massage the boys? Whatever. As much as she feels comfortable. It's possible to give a good massage over clothing, but it's not ideal. Depending on your relationship, you might leave the room during this step. Step 3. Ask your partner to lie face down on a firm surface that supports her whole body. Step 4. You or your partner should drape a plain sheet over her body. During the massage, you will fold back the sheet when you wish to grab dem titties. When you wish to massage a specific area. Step 5. Quality massage oil can be the difference between a good massage and a great one. Avoid cheap oils with synthetic scents and greasy textures. Warm the massage oil by rubbing it between your palms. Step 6. Oh my god, I just realized there's 10 total steps and 2 more pages. Speedrun. Step 7. Shoulders first. Use soft strokes. Pull stress away from her core. Step 8. Gently work her back. You're not a licensed chiropractor. You don't know my life. Step 9. Do the rest of her body and finish with her scalp. Step 10. Use a towel to wipe the oil away. Extra tip. Don't fuck her. Damn it! What's the point then? What a disappointment. I don't know. Let's just pick one more. How about, how to propose? Not that I'm going to need that anytime soon. Ursula broke up with me after apparently I tried to slip it in during a romantic massage. Well, the first tip here seems like something a lot of boomer couples didn't do. Think it through. Is this the woman? So now I can't propose to the boys either? Whatever. Is this the woman you want to spend the rest of your life with? Are you fairly certain she feels the same way? Then buy a ring, pick a location, not the Jumbotron at a sports stadium if she's the type to get embarrassed. Seems kind of obvious. Then express your feelings, kneel unless you don't want to, I guess. Offer her a ring, making sure you make it sparkle like Robert Pattinson in the middle of the desert, and ask her to marry you. But always introduce the idea of marriage as a question. That way there's no confusion, and her choice of answers is pretty simple. You know, because her tiny woman brain might get confused. Wait for her to answer before continuing with the evening. Good luck. What, you think I'm just not gonna wait for an answer? Well, I would try this one too, but unfortunately, I've just been dumped. No. You know what? I will not allow myself to be put in a box by the rules that this book and the rest of society have decided that I need to follow. I will propose to the boys if I want to. Harry, I'm coming.
Hey, Harry. You know, I brought you here tonight for a pretty important reason. I always feel so alive when I'm around you. I look in your eyes and they're just as green as a fresh pickled toad. And your hair as dark as a blackboard. And the way you kept a slave but learned to be nice about it after a little while is just so inspiring. I love you, Harry Potter. Shit, what was next? The ring. I have the ring. Harry Potter, will you marry me? Alright, cool. We're done here. Thanks, book. Oh, I was supposed to wait for a response. Yeah, So, Harry Potter, will you marry me?